Okay, so we are here today finishing up this elderberry syrup that we made earlier. So all we did was infuse the water with the elderberries and some various spices that we put in here, allspice, cinnamon, fresh ginger, and we put directly into there with the immune support tea. So what we did with the elderberries and this tea is we did a 1-to-1 because we wanted this to be like a really, really big shot of immunity for you when you take the dose. So the dose for this would be about 1 teaspoon a day to maintain your health. However, if you're feeling like a little scratchy throat, or not, you're feeling kind of under the weather, and you're like, oh, this is a cold, then we would say to take a teaspoon every 3 to 6 hours. All right, half a teaspoon for the babies. Okay, for kids, no babies, 12 months and younger should be eating this only because it contains raw honey. All right, you're not giving babies honey. All right. Oh, with this, so let me tell you what's in it. So it has hyssop, and it has another shot of elderberries in it, echinacea, nettles, and astragalus. Oh, I always have a hard time pronouncing that. But all of those things work really, really hard to help support your immunity. And they also help to support you during the time when you're feeling under the weather, cold and flus, things like that. And then the shot of honey, we know how honey is, right? So it helps to coat your sore throat and whatnot. But honey is also antibacterial, antiviral, anti all the things. And so it really helps to not only provide sweetness to this very bitter tasting concoction that we have here from the elderberries, but what it does is it also helps to give you that extra immunity boost that you need. So what we're looking at right here is just a straight shot of immunity to help boost your system. All right, so I'm going to add this honey. So what you do after you make the elderberry and this tea infusion is you let this cool off, and you do this because you do not want all of the good things that are in the raw honey to be cooked off, right? So you want it to cool down till it's cool to the touch. Just so you know, it doesn't have to be like cold or whatnot. It could be room temperature, but you just don't want it to be hot. So if it's too hot for you to touch comfortably, it's too warm for you to put the honey in. That's a good rule of thumb. So what you're gonna do is just add in this honey and then just stir it to dissolve. And this will take about a good minute, 2 minutes until that happens. And then after that, your syrup is ready. And so we're gonna put this in a jar, a nice sterilized jar. And then you'll put it in the refrigerator, and it'll keep, I've had it keep really good for up to 3 months. If you're gonna need to store it longer, I would say to put it in like an ice tray, like an ice cube tray, and then freeze it. And it keeps really good at that point. And then you can just add it to, a cup of warm water, not hot, and just drink it like that as a tea. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, you guys. So, as Tessa said, with the immune support tea, all the things that are in it. So, all of those things are what we like to refer to as immunomodulators. And what that means is that they get your immune system moving. So, if you should so happen to be on any type of immunosuppressive therapy, none of the items that are in this, with the exception of like the honey, would be recommended for you. Because elderberries are an immunomodulator, so is hyssop and echinacea, and so not safe for you. Definitely delicious, but not a good idea because it's going to do what you don't want your body to do, which your immune system is going to ramp up. This is something that you can take at any time. You don't have to be sick. You can do it preventatively. If you are sick, it can help you to recover faster. Studies have shown that it's very key in helping to recover sooner from a viral disease. As Tessa said, it's antiviral, antimicrobial, antibacterial, not to mention it's packed full of vitamins and minerals. And as far as storage, you can, like Tessa said, put it in the fridge, put it in the freezer. If you're wanting to store it on the shelf, you're going to want to add something like an ascorbic acid, which is vitamin C, which is only going to boost the value of this syrup. And you can get some of that from like any natural food store, like natural grocers. I don't know, depending on where you are, what there's available, but you can get it at, here in Colorado, you can get it at natural grocers. They do have it available in powdered form. Please don't buy like vitamin C tablets or anything and crush those up. Those have fillers that is not going to add what you, it's not going to give what you wanted it to give.
No.
If you add that to it. So just for funsies, Tessa and I are also making a cough syrup. So if you recall, I also do infused honeys. It's been a long time since I poured one. But today we're using the ingredients from one of my honeys, specifically the suppressor, to make a cough syrup. Now, I'm not going to tell you everything that's in there. That probably does not look delicious, but it smells amazing.
It does.
But one of the key ingredients in there is osha root. And osha root is amazing for coughs. So now osha root is also one of those plants that is considered to be endangered. So when you're looking for osha root or you're going to order it, look at your supplier. Make sure they're using sustainable practices.
Yes.
And that it's not being just randomly wild crafted, just because that plant is in danger of no longer being around for us to use. And it's phenomenal. It definitely has a unique taste. You can take osha root and put it in honey just by itself and have phenomenal results. I used to do it to my kids all the time. Not their favorite flavor, but definitely worked. Definitely worked. So I'm going to let Tessa tell you a little bit more about Wellness by Akasha, because she's the mastermind behind what we're doing in here today as far as this process. And hopefully I put her link in the her page in the comments, and I hope that you'll take the time to check her out and follow her.
Oh, why are you so sweet? Okay. So Wellness by Akasha is a new company that I started to really get into holistic health and wellness, but see it so much as it's a mind, body, soul type of thing, but always to remember that your body is your home. So you're making this a sweet home sanctuary. And what you want to do is be able to find things that help support your holistic health journey. And so we're looking at different parts of how it's going to be easier for you to take in this new journey for you. And so we cover everything from healthy eating, meal plans, nutrition, new pathways, and different types of ways to, also help to boost your immunity, clean your home, and just simple ways to do things. So if you notice, there's a lot of things that are happening right now. And so we do have this awesome immune syrup that we're getting ready to make here. We're just letting this cool down.
She's also making ghee, y'all. Just for the record.
Yes.
And there's some 5 thieves and some other stuff
Four
going.
thieves.
Oh, 4 thieves.
Four
Look, see,
thieves
that's why
vinegar.
Tessa should be the one talking about it, because I'm going to mess it up.
So this is our 4 thieves vinegar. This is another batch that I made of my fire cider, and I just put them in like regular jar. I'm a jar collector, right? So I collect these jars because reduce, reuse, recycle, right? And what was good enough for our grandmothers and our great grandmothers, we can still use today. There's nothing wrong with these jars and whatnot. All I had to do was just clean them and sterilize them, and they're perfectly fine to use. But then if I need something larger like this, of course, Amazon, Walmart, Target is your friend. But this right here is my 4 Thieves vinegar before it gets strained. So what I have in this batch actually is add a little bit more. So there's apple cider vinegar in here, lavender, juniper berries, black pepper, sage, rosemary, and garlic.
It smells like I want to brine and roast in it. It smells like I'm hungry now.
It smells delicious.
I'm sure it's phenomenal.
It really is
for
good.
what it's supposed to do.
I mean,
so I'm gonna try that. But in the meantime, I'm probably gonna make a batch ahead of time for Thanksgiving to brine my turkey. Don't tell anybody how I cooked my turkey when you come over, and it's delicious.
It is.
But
You can use it as a marinade, as a salad dressing, but also you can use it as a really good cleaner for your home. So you can dilute it and use it to help clean things in your home if you're looking for natural cleaners. And if you have issues with, like I do, with chemicals and whatnot in the air. I have asthma and I'm very sensitive. I have a lot of allergies. So these type of things help me clean my home, keep everything spick and span, so to speak, since I can't use Pine Sol and other cleaners. I also use the Four Thieves as sort of like a tonic for me. So if I'm feeling a little bit just kind of blah, I add about a tablespoon of this in a glass of water. And it helps to, give me a little energy boost because of the apple cider vinegar. Let's see, what else do I have going on here? Normally I have a jar here that has lemon and orange peels in it because I do make a cleaner from that. So just put in like your
I love
leftover.
to do that.
Yeah.
Well, we just started a mixed berry vinaigrette at the house. It's strawberries and blueberries.
Okay.
I can't wait to have a salad.
Yeah, that sounds delicious. You tell me how that goes and then send me some.
Okay. I got you.
So what I use for that is I just put like the peels, the citrus peels, in a jar, fill it up with white vinegar, let it sit on your counter for about 2 weeks. And what it does is it helps to draw out the oils from it. And so you use that as like your lemon cleaner or your orange cleaner. So instead of going to the store to buy the orange cleaner, you can make it yourself at home. You can use that to sort of clean everything here. So one thing that you don't want to do if you're going to make these cleaners, these acid-based cleaners, do not use it on marble or any untreated stone that you may have in your house, because what it does is it starts to disintegrate some of those things. You do not want that. And especially since marble is a porous stone, there are things that can get in there. That's why it has to be sealed. Same thing with granite. They have to be sealed because they're not antibacterial. They tend to let things fall into the cracks, and you got to kind of sterilize them. So you don't want to do that, but you do want to keep your marble surfaces looking as beautiful as they are. So do not use any of these acid-based cleaners on them, no matter how much you dilute them.
You see how she just slid that science in there, y'all? Now you know why. Now you know why this is the friend right here. She'll throw that chemistry and that biology just out there.
You don't want that.
Like bowling. Just knock a few pins down at random.
Funny. So y'all get me talking. I'll nerd out for hours. I promise you I will. This is a thing I love doing.